Breaking news just moments ago, federal prosecutors are now saying they expect to charge at least 550 people in connection with the Capitol riot, revising up earlier estimates. This comes as today a Capitol police officer speaking out in court this afternoon, asking a judge not to release a rioter accused of knocking her out on January the 6th. Ryan Samsel was asking for release from D.C. jail pending trial, citing injuries he allegedly suffered in a beating there. And according to federal prosecutors, after knocking her out, Samsel picked the officer up off the ground, allegedly asking her, quote, "We don't have to hurt you. Why are you standing in our way?" Joining me now is investigative reporter for NBC News Washington, Scott MacFarlane. Scott, good to have you back on this beat for us. So what unfolded at Samsel's hearing today? Walk us through the arguments prosecutors made to keep him in jail.
Eamon, one of the most compelling moments we've seen so far in these 490 cases. The U.S. Capitol police officer injured that day, allegedly by Samsel, issued a written statement to the court asking that they keep Samsel in jail here in D.C. In the statement, she says, "You've stolen moments from me," of Samsel. "When will we be full again? When will we be set free?" And she also said she continues to suffer head injuries and then told the court no other women should be injured. Why did she say that? Well, the feds have accused Samsel of knocking multiple other women unconscious on multiple occasions in previous years, including an incident in 2006 where they say he ran a woman off the road and smashed in her windshield in a dispute over $60, and this allegation from 2011 that he assaulted his pregnant girlfriend, smashing a hot pizza in her face, dumping beer over her head, then throwing her in a canal and pushing her head beneath the water. Samsel wants out of jail in D.C., Eamon. He says he's been injured there in an assault, but the argument against him from the feds is pretty striking.
Yeah, I was going to say incredible testimony there. Scott, there was another court hearing this afternoon for Kyle Young. He is accused of trying to take Metropolitan Police Officer Michael Fanone's gun. Young also allegedly then threatened to kill Fanone. What more do we know about that case?
That's another case where Young will stay behind bars, at least until future hearings. He's locked up. He has been for quite some time, accused of a pretty brutal assault against Officer Michael Fanone. He'll be back in court in August. But I also want to tell you about the case of Thomas Sibbick, also accused in the assault of Officer Fanone, accused of stealing his badge, bringing it home to Buffalo and burying it in the yard. He's also locked up, but prosecutors revealed today, Eamon, there will be plea negotiations, possibly a plea deal within a few weeks.
Yeah, and Scott, let's talk about these cases, because despite having already charged 490 people, federal authorities are still making arrests in connection with the riot. As we just reported, that number of cases expected to go up to 500 plus. Just this week, a Florida woman was arrested for assaulting a police officer during the insurrection. Walk us through what we know about her case.
Yeah, it's Audrey Rumsey of Florida, accused of pushing against a police officer with the flagpole, and the officer described it as feeling as he was going to be crushed. She's also accused of threatening Nancy Pelosi, one of a growing number of defendants where charging documents say there was a threat made against Nancy Pelosi. But one process issue here, Eamon. The Justice Department isn't announcing these new estimates of defendants. I spotted it on the back page of a new filing in a case against Clete Keller, the former Olympian. He's in court later this afternoon. Some of this revelatory information is buried in the footnotes of the case filings.
Yeah, and I know that, Scott, we've been looking at, and certainly the police as well have been using all kinds of, identifiers to try and find those that participated in this. The Justice Department today was able to identify one alleged Capitol rioter by his stomach tattoo. Tell us more about that case.
Yeah, the feds say that's the stomach of James McGraw of Arizona, on the left from a booking photo from 2012. It's King James, they say, in the tattoo. The right image, they say, is from a body-worn camera inside the Capitol. He had lifted his shirt to wipe away the sweat, revealing the tattoo. There's other evidence, they say, against James McGraw, but they cite the tattoo as evidence that it's, in fact, James McGraw inside the Capitol.